On target.
Fire.
Snipers have an undeniable aura, and if we're honest, a lot of it comes from their marksmanship. Now, shooting's not the only thing they do, arguably not even the most important, but just one look at the rifle, the scope, even how they shoulder it, and you just know that they can put a single round exactly where it needs to go. None of this is magic. Behind every long-range hit is a system, data, communication, and a shooter-spotter team working like a two-man machine. Today, I'm getting a quick lesson in how some of this works from someone who spent 5 years in a USMC Scout Sniper platoon, RIP Scout Snipers. So join me as I get a crash course in long-range precision fires and shooter-spotter teamwork inside Arma 3. Enjoy.
All right, so we got 3 guns we primarily use here in Juliet. We got the M110, which everyone's using right now upstairs. That's chambered at 6.5. That's our designated marksman gun for rapid target engagement. Has a max effective of around 800 meters. The optic we use for that is the Night Force SU-303. It's important you understand the difference between the optics. We mainly use 2 different optics, the 303 and the 296. The 303 provides that wider field of view. And so for our rapid target engagement guns, such as like the M110, we want that wider field of view so we have more situational awareness on what's going on downrange. Going over to the Mark 22, also known as the MRAD. It can be chambered in a lot of things in real life. In Arma 3, we have it chambered in 300 and 338. Max effective is out to 1300. It's a bolt gun, and that's chambered in the SU-296. Or I'm sorry, the optics, the SU-296. And that one has a much higher magnification. But again, like that toilet paper roll, restricts your field of view a lot more. So it's much more for those precise shots. And then we have the M107, which is everyone's air quote favorite, also known as a Sasser. That's the 50 cal gun. However, it's actually not truly a precision rifle because the MOA is like 3.2 on it, something ridiculous in real life. In Arma, it's 2.4. So it's technically not a precision gun, but we use it for anti-material needs. Max effective is 2,000 meters, and we use the 303 on it if we're like stationary doing anti-material like VCPs or stuff like that. If we're doing aerial sniper, we'll use the holographic sight, actually. All right, get requirements. So go ahead for practice, get the M110 Kilo 7, the 303 Night Force optic, and then your magazines should be IR dim tracer. You should have the Mark IV Leopold spotting scope. You should have a Kestrel and a range card. You can also use a Vector 21. You could also use the SSWT. Obviously, it's in the picture below if you want to use those. Okay. Understanding the reticle. If you need to take away anything from this, I want you to take away how to use this reticle. The reticle is used in both the SU-303 and the 296. You don't have to relearn the reticle, which is nice. It's the Tremor 3 reticle made by Horus. Horus makes the reticle. Night Force actually makes the housing for the reticle. Both these optics run on the first focal plane, which means as you increase your zoom, the reticle size will increase. However, it will remain proportional size to the target. Most military, if you spend over $1,000 on your reticle or on your glass, it's probably first focal plane. The optic using the measurement of mil radians or mils to adjust the angle of the optic in relation to the angle of the barrel. So for every degree there is, right, there's 360 degrees. For every degree, there's 17.8 mils. So we get like Nat's ass with mils. That's why, use it for artillery. The diagram displays that each hash mark has a different length of mils, and it is important to understand these marks as it enables for quick target engagement and for re-engagements. So if you look, this diagram tells you exactly like from here to here, it's 0.5 mils. From like here to here, it's 0.25 mils, right? This is a good way to help like study that with this reticle, finding this diagram. All right, just like obviously through Marty's video, I know he knows how to talk to an aircraft. So just the same way, like we're doing those talk-ons, big to small. Call contact on the radio tower, contact. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to work you to these black trucks, contact. Now I'm going to work you to the actual target, tally, right? It's important to make the distinction between contact and tally because when deltas, monkeys, and fucking rock eaters are using the machine guns, and they're screaming and yelling, me just hearing tally is like, cool, got it. And then also we establish sectors and we establish TRPs, just like a machine gun team. All right, so your rangefinder, it's not built into your optic, right? But for Arma it is because we're simulating the rangefinder is up on that diving board. Your diving board is your Picatinny rail. Simulating that's up there, right? So preferably, please like have that on if you're doing this. So we have the Milsim aspect of this, and you can pull your range with that. You also have your azimuth. So top is azimuth, bottom is range. Wind. In the top left, shift K by default. Tailwind is it's coming from behind me. Headwind, it's coming at me. Crosswind is coming from my left or right. And then at the oblique is it's coming at an angle. We'll get into like obliques and angles later. So for our target range here, right? So we range our target. It's 408, 400. And then we pull our wind. We have a tailwind, so we're not going to worry about wind for this target, but we are going to worry about the range. So we know that our range is 400. So we go to our dope card, or our range card, and we go down to the 400, and then we go to the right where it says 2.1, right? Just because it says negative here, it's going to be positive up here on your turret. I know your turret has an option to do negative. Don't do that. You're going to be super short if you do that. You want to do positive. So 2.1 is our elevation turret. Since we have a tailwind, there is no hold for wind, so we're not going to worry about this windage dial over here to our right. All right, firing process. So without a wind call for this one, we have our data. When you hold, you want to hold center mass, so we increase our chance of a first round impact. When you fire, hold the mouse button to ensure you have proper follow through and you are able to spot your hit. If you don't, like especially with the bolt guns, what's going to happen is your guy's going to immediately rack the bolt, and then you're going to kind of miss your spotting. It's like, well, shit, I don't even know where the fuck I hit, right? You want to be able to see your adjustments. And if there was wind, instead of dialing, like on that re-engagement shot, instead of dialing for wind, we're just going to hold for wind. Just because we don't want, and that's only for the re-engagement shot. It's just going to take too long to redial. Same with your elevation. Okay, wind calls. This is for if we're not dialing for wind, right? This is for if you're doing fast target engagements. Depending on what you're shooting, you need to go and double check what the caliber is for each of these wind dots. Right below these stadia lines is this very specific wind dot. For 6.5, these wind dots are a full value wind. So that means it's coming from either from the left or the right at 1.9 meters per second. So the example we use is we have a left to right wind 4 meters a second. If your target elevation adjustment is at 5, we're going to use the dots at the 5 stadia line because that's what our elevation is. And then if it's below from the 4 meters from the 9 o'clock, we're going to use that second dot, right? Because 1.9 plus 1.9 is 3.8. Round up a little bit. It's wind. It's kind of iffy. We're going 4. We're going to use that second mil dot for it. Now, my target's right here, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to use the second mil dot. I'm going to put this second mil dot on my target, and then I'm going to pull my reticle back down. So that way, this center dot is where this was. And now where the circle was is now where his chest is. So it's right below the 2 quick engagement head piece right there. So that's how you do it fast, right? That's like we're on the go. We're doing this fast. So it's about 1 mil to the left of the target would be the wind call, because 1 mil is like right here. 1.2 mils really. I need to update that. Now, if we have it coming at the oblique, right? So we got full, it's coming at the 75, right? We're going to half that wind value. My Kestrel's told me it's a 4 meters per second coming from, let's say it's coming from the 11 o'clock or the 10 o'clock instead. We're going to half it, and it's only going to be 2 meters per second, right? Because math. All right. Dialing for wind. So for dialing for wind, we have a very specific formula. So let's say our target range is 500 meters. We'll go to the 500 meter on our range card, and then we'll go to the wind column, which is this blue column. The column is in 4 meters a second, though. What we need to do is our dope here is 0.6. Our wind isn't 4 naturally, right? It's not always 4. We're going to divide it by 4, and we should get 0.15. And then you're going to take that 0.15 and you're going to times it by our current wind speed, which is 2 in this case. So we'll get a 0.3 right. And the formula is down here. So dope divided by 4 times wind speed. That's if we're dialing for wind. That's if we want like that first round engagement. Okay, going into spotting. So there's a very like specific dialogue we use here for spotting with when you're shooting with your spotter. Your shooter's going to acquire your target. So we've already gone through the talk through process. And then what's going to happen is the spotter is going to request the range. Spotter goes, okay, give me your range. Your shooter pulls the range from his optic. He gets the range. The spotter opens the shooter's range card and he goes, it's 500. Okay, he'll say elevation 4.2. Calmly, slowly. That way the shooter hears it the first time. Shooter then turns his elevation turret to the correct elevation. And then the spotter does the wind call, right? The spotter does the wind. So he opens his Kestrel. He pulls the wind speed, whatever the wind speed is. And then he runs it through the formula. And then he tells the shooter windage 0.2 right. The shooter then takes that information and changes his windage dial. Once the shooter has done all that, once the spotter is ready, the spotter will say, spotter ready. The shooter doesn't have to say anything at that point. It's all on the shooter to pull that trigger. The shooter pulls that trigger. Let's say it misses. He communicates re-engagement, and then we repeat this process. So going into spotting, how we spot rounds is based off of the target individual. So we have different body parts here that we use in Juliet. You can make up your own if you want. However, here's the ones we have. We have head, left shoulder, left elbow, left hip, right hip, and dick. To maximize efficiency, the spotter calls a whole location for a follow-on shot to adjust elevation based on a body part as seen through the reticle. Also, it's always based off shooter's perspective, right? We're not going off of, well, his left shoulder, and then you're like holding up both hands trying to figure out which one. Like, no, it's off what you guys are seeing. This is his left shoulder over here. All right, so spotter ready, shooter fires, and then observes impacts on an orange circle. So that first target, that first round missed, right? It was up here. It's about 1 mil to the right and a little high, right? It's at like his head level. We want to get that as close to center mass as possible. So with the spotter, he sees that and he calls 1 mil left elbow, spotter ready. What happens? He goes the 1 mil right here. So that way he holds 1 mil off his left elbow and then fires a second round. That round lands right in his like sternum because we pulled the elevation down from his head to his elbow and we moved 1 mil left off the target and it went straight to his chest. All right. Recommending for spotting to have a better sight picture on the target is recommended to hold the spotting scope as seen in a diagram. The Christmas tree or the BDC, it's pretty noisy, so it's hard to see your impact sometimes. So it's better to hold it off. What doesn't change is 3 to 4 is still 1 mil. 3 to 2 is still 1 mil. Mils don't change here, so I can still call like 1 mil left off his left elbow if I need to. So this is kind of like whoever can answer it. So we fired our first round. It missed. It goes over his right shoulder. What would you tell the shooter to correct this?
Wouldn't you just say like 1 mil left?
Well, if you say 1 mil left, what's gonna happen is this is gonna go 1 mil off his left shoulder. What else do we have to change here? Either left elbow or left hip, right? So shooter 1 mil left hip. So you were correct with the horizontal, but we also need to change that elevation because we want to hit center mass. So we pulled it down and we actually hit center mass on the second target. Does that make sense? All right. Finally, it's time to go shoot.
By the way, if you're wishing that you could learn cool stuff like this yourself through gaming, the good news is that you can. Find and join a Milsim unit to learn, grow, and set off on your own epic journey. But I understand that it can be super overwhelming to search for the right group and decide if they're the right fit. So that's why this video is sponsored by Milsim Units, probably one of the most important projects to appear in the Milsim community. Milsim Units is a dedicated platform to help you find a group of friends or recruit to start one yourself so that you can train to achieve that one-shot, one-kill level of skill we all strive for. The website displays a ranked list of the most active groups through a daily voting system, as well as a rundown of their basic information, so you know you're not wasting time with a unit that's dead or not a good fit for you. If you want to start your own group, creating a profile on Milsim Units helps you to attract more and better recruits by boosting your visibility using subscription tiers. So if you want to join a Milsim group where you can learn cool stuff like precision shooting, don't hesitate. You can make it a reality with Milsim Units today. Thank you to Milsim Units for sponsoring this video.
Yeah.
Fucking smoked him. Your next target is go to the Land Rover.
Spotter ready.
Contact.
Aiming directly center mass right
Above the Land Rover. About
1 mil up.
10 mils above him. There's a lone CSAT man charging at us.
Hit
Tally.
in the leg.
All right, that's the guy.
Range is 569.
Send it again.
Stand by.
You hit him in the leg.
Elevation 3.7.
3.7.
Stand by for windage. No winds.
That looked like it.
Hit his
Hit.
rifle.
Ready for next target?
All right, you see the target with the sandbag?
Okay, stand back up. Yeah, you hit. I'm looking
Tally.
at this. You hit him.
All right, stand by.
Do it again.
Let me go ahead and throw some speed at you.
All right, range is 697 while you're at it.
You want to try moving one?
Range 697. Stand by for elevation. Elevation 5.3.
5.3.
Alright, just gonna be in the corner, moving right to the left. Just give me a second.
Crosswinds 2.9. Stand by. Okay. Wind
I'll take
moving
third
right
at
to
that
left,
point.
So adjust break
All the third guy
0.6
said
right.
it's a blessing, but I don't get it.
0.6 right.
Okay, fine.
Nice.
Alright.
And by all the
eyes.
third guys, I mean like the 3 that I've met.
Water ready.
A lot of it out there.
Damn, I can't get a good
Miss.
range for him.
No eyes on
Range should
impact.
All right, so if you got no eyes on impact on target that far, where'd it probably go?
We'll kind of adjust off of that.
6.
Probably high.
Probably high, right? Probably went to that tree line
Yeah,
and
around
fucking
600.
took out a bird's nest.
Okay, cool. So, same target, give range.
Range is 697.
697, standby. Elevation
You wanna do moving or
5.3.
static? You want to moving or
5.3?
static?
Standby for wind adjustment. Crosswinds going right to left. So,
Left.
adjust, brake.
You see an opening.
0.6 right.
0.6
Steel
right.
target in the middle of that opening.
If
Make sure
Stand by.
it's contact, correct?
spotter ready.
Contact. To the left of that steel target.
Nice.
Center of mass.
30.
Much
see a
easier
single
when you're
infantry
adjusting with the
sitting
turrets.
Yeah,
right
much
by a bush.
easier.
All
right. Go ahead and hop up. You're gonna be my spotter,
Elevation.
Bravo Alpha 2.
Winds are
So go
2.9.
to that second target I had you shoot above the Land Rover.
Confirm. Contact.
All right. Now there's a target above, even above him, way out there.
I take 2.9,
Alley.
right?
All right. All right. Go ahead and make sure you copy my weapon.
Roger that.
Divided by 4 and then multiply that by 2.9.
All right. Give me range.
762.
Range 762.
Wrong.
Elevation 5.3.
Target
Gotcha.
0.6.
All right. Elevation 5.3.
Open my Kestrel real quick.
Fuck, hold up, actually, let me check that.
So how do I use the Kestrel?
0.3.
Click the right arrow. Dance.
Winds also
Oh, roger
have
that.
Oh yeah,
changed,
that's what it is.
so
That's right. That's right.
You should get one that
crosswind.
says like 2.9 and then 2.9 at meters a second at a heading, right? And then set heading at the bottom. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you're looking for.
2.9 meters a
0.8.
second at heading
Right.
278. So that's right to left.
About ready?
Okay.
So wind 1.0 right.
1.0
Send it.
right. All right. I'm holding center mass.
That's why I
Spotter
can
ready?
hit 1 mil to the left.
Nice.
So
So
1
a
mil
little
right.
high on the right shoulder, right? But it was
Yeah.
hit. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw that windage off, so you get it. I'm gonna throw my windage and elevation off those, so you get that like practice.
Okay,
So you can see you did everything right, but let's say it missed.
Okay.
Is it-
Head 2 mils left.
Okay. Yep.
Hey, 2 mils left.
Shooting to do 1 mil up.
Head 1.5 mils left.
Nice. Perfect. Hey, yeah, it's better to be bold with those
Do
adjustments
half
than
a mil up.
consistently walking back in. Like the thing I get yelled at for in real life all the time is I get told you're a stupid fucking pig. Stop being short with your adjustments because I make small adjustments. Make big
Okay.
adjustments. Don't be me. So
Dude, that's cool though. This is really fun.
yeah, man. That's why we have an entire team of autistic people dedicated to do it.
All right.
For it.
Just to see it.
Target.
Yeah, it looked like edge looked like it was
left
hitting to
of
his
last
right.
engagement.
Mhm.
There are 2 trees.
Okay.
Right side tree, the
Let's see, does
deeper
that
one.
work?
There is a
No, I can't.
CSAT man
It's just
right
tape
side of that tree,
pressers.
behind a rock.
Tally.
Was that just staccato?
Give me range.
I need to carry that. I don't know.
614.
614. Elevation 3.7.
Elevation 3.7.
Wind speed is
To the left
6.5
of
meters a
it,
second
there's
at,
an open clearing with a
at
steel target.
278. So that's right to left 6.5. All right. Wind is 1.0 right.
1 mil right.
Spotter ready.
Holding center mass.
Good
Nice.
hit.
Left impact left
Yeah,
shoulder.
impact left shoulder.
All right, let me hold on here. Let me work
And
some
that's
magic.
that's kind of the windage estimates kind of have a little bit of give and take to them naturally,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Hold on, I threw some stuff at you. All right, it's the guy in the suit.
Target right of last engagement, male in a suit.
Sorry, say again?
Callie, JK.
So the
Yeah, he's
horizontal
holding
mills, so
naked.
like
Give me
the-
range.
Tally. 5, 6, 7.
The windage dots.
5, 6, 7.
With the windage dot.
Elevation
wanna make sure I'm doing that part right.
3.4.
Elevation 3.4.
I don't want to feel like it's
Wind speed is
there.
3.5.
The spotter's there when it's really
at
just me.
2
So.
or 3. So that is an oblique right to left coming towards us.
7.1
So
and
I
then-
half it.
Yep.
Windage is 0.3 right.
Yep.
0.3 right. Holding his red tie.
Spotter ready. Hit. You were hit him in the neck.
Okay. Hold on.
Re-engage.
Let me share my mass.
There we go.
Oh, he just died.
Yeah, I smacked him in the head. Wait, I had to hold like 0.2 off his off to the right of his head. Yeah, man, it's a fun time. This is like 15% of our job. So
Good shit, dude. Yeah, you could. I mean, like, obviously you could do this in real life all day, but even in Arma, it's so fun. You could just spend a whole afternoon plinking away at targets like this.
Which one are you shooting at, Dance?
You want to just walk through the whole process with me?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Get practice. I'm gonna copy your range card real quick. Elevation is
Alright.
7.1.
Good luck and good practice. And then additionally, I said,
Elevation
I don't know, like
7.1.
I got 3.1 for the crosswind. And let me.
3.1 right. Oh no, that's the meters per second.
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta calculate that. So it'll be 0.93 right.
All right, 0.9,
0.9 right.
Yep, holding center mass.
Spot already. Oh,
First shot.
center. First shot. Let's go. You want to try moving one?
Yeah, okay, let's try moving one.
We'll do the
So like
road.
for moving targets and stuff, I guess that's when the TRPs and such are useful because it gives you set known distances and such.
What's the range?
425.
425. Probably like a 3.7, 2.7, 2.8 elevation.
2.8 elevation.
Your wind is going to be 4.4 to the right, and then your lead is 1.4. Spot already. He already ran off. I can put him back.
Yeah, he's already ran off. Alley.
Spotter ready. Oh, good hit.
That was totally first shot. I totally
Yeah,
did not
which-
have many failures before that one.
Hey, that's why we train.
Yeah, dude. Sweet.
All right.